to come that you got to rely on Rich Paul and clutch sports. You got to rely on Anthony Davis getting traded. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, the Los Angeles Clippers have a billionaire owner worth $22 billion. Doc Rivers has done an exceptional job of coaching this year. And oh, by the way, they're going to have enough cap space for 2 max players. Just one. This is not a good situation for the Los Angeles Lakers. When we talk about the Yankees and the Mets in New York, I can't believe I'm about to say this. If the Lakers don't get somebody, the Clippers will be the Yankees of LA, and the Lakers would be the Mets.
It was a remarkable, but I think very insightful thoughts from Steve there. And he had just spent all of last week, as you know, in Los Angeles. He was sort of there gauging the scuttle. But I wanted to bring that back because I wanted to hear your reaction to it, because no one is more plugged into all this stuff than you are. What did you think of what Steve said?
Respectfully, those are all things I've been saying on this show for the last 5 months. So I'm not surprised in any way, shape, or form by what he said. Now, however, he did say something that was sorely inaccurate.
Which is?
The Clippers will never eclipse the Lakers in Los Angeles, just like the Mets will never eclipse the Yankees in New York City.
I agree.
Don't get it twisted. Don't get caught up in this hype of who's going to sign where. The Yankees and the Lakers are storied, historic brands that transcend sports. It's not going to change because a couple of teams
I will say, however,
win or lose.
that those historic brands cannot sit back on their laurels and count on the brand, because look what is happening. The Yankees obviously are taking care of business, and they were a World Series favorite this year. The Lakers are going to miss the playoffs again this season. They've got it. Let's just deal with the LeBron part of this. You heard what Stephen A. said. KD's not going there. Kawhi's not going there. New Orleans, I think, would rather do anything than trade Anthony Davis there. What are the Lakers going to be next year?
We were doing this show when the season first started in October. I sat right here and said LeBron has a better chance of getting an Emmy in Los Angeles than he does of getting a championship. And nobody's surprised to hear me say that, because I've been saying it all year. He's going to have to add another all-NBA caliber player, not just an all-star player. And right now, it doesn't seem like that's a landing spot.
Coach Woodson, what do you think? Do you think any of those guys want to go out there and play with LeBron?
I think one of those players will land in L.A.
Which one?
Don't know.
Whose game goes with his game? Are you talking about Kawhi, KD level?
Well, I mentioned yesterday that LeBron can play with any of those guys. I mean, he's proven that over the years.
I understand, but do they want to play with him?
Well, I mean, they've come out and said, a few players, that they didn't want to play with him, but that can all change over the summer.
What do you think? Jalen, that's really the question. Do those guys not want to play with LeBron?
So I think LeBron is getting a bad rap here.
I agree.
Kyrie has already played with them.
Understood.
Right, all right, and they won a championship together.
Kawhi Leonard and LeBron James would be an unbelievable duo, and they play for the storied Lakers, as you just said. Why wouldn't Kawhi seem to have dismissed the idea of going to play with him?
Because people forget, LeBron's going into his 17th season, and Kawhi wants his own opportunity to lead a basketball team. Remember, he was in San Antonio, but playing with Tim, playing with Manu, playing with Tony Parker. So now being the guy in Toronto, they're the number one team, one of the top 2 teams in the East. So he doesn't need LeBron's shadow.
I get that, but the day they gave him the team in San Antonio, he couldn't get out of there fast enough. So I don't know what exactly it is he wants, but I know he doesn't want to play with LeBron James. I can't find anyone who obviously wants to.
And it's not just LeBron. It's the national media thinks everybody wants to play in the large market. Russell Westbrook, James Harden, DeMar DeRozan, Paul George, they're all from California. None of them wanted to go play there. So I do think, however, if Kawhi leaves the Raptors, he ends up with the Clippers, because they are on the come up, versus the Lakers, where it seems like they have a lot of things to continue to work out.
Okay, I feel like we're yelling at each other. Can we sort of calm everything out with a little eye candy? Can I show you something that'll make you smile?
Yes, indeed.
Let's all watch Donovan Mitchell, shall we, together? Watch the Donovan Mitchell crossover on Nerlens Noel. Jalen, break this down for me.
The thing I like about Donovan Mitchell that people sleep on is, like, he's playing in the NBA game, but a lot of times it seems like he's playing rec ball. Like, he's loose with it. He's always in the flow, and he got to knock this down.
Look at Noel. Oh, my goodness. That one is tough. And I got another one for you. Ready? Okay. Remember the old hidden ball trick when we were growing up? Look at this. It's a Tigers. There's your Tigers. Miguel Cabrera. He doesn't actually throw it. Oh, and he worked.
Yeah. Miggy. Can't you see?
Now, that isn't really the hidden ball trick. He just kind of faked throwing it, right?
I got to be paying attention.
That's a terrible miss.
I used to do that playing fast-pitch tennis ball.
All right, let's move it along here. Back to the NFL, where it was a very busy day. Legal tampering started fast yesterday, but despite all the action, we still haven't seen a deal done for Le'Veon Bell, who sat out all of last year after not wanting to play for the Steelers on the franchise tag. And so more on that. Let us bring in our NFL insider extraordinaire. The busiest man on planet Earth this week is Adam Schefter. Shefty, let's talk about the Jets.
Yes.
They're one team that have been rumored to be involved in the Le'Veon Bell thing, but they're spending money like crazy on defensive players so far. What does that mean as far as their chances of going after Le'Veon?
Well, it means that they're in on Le'Veon right now, Greeny. They continue to go after him, even with the fact that they have shelled out big money to Anthony Barr, shelled out big money to C.J. Mosley, shelled out big money to make this defense better. That's part of the plan here with the New York Jets. It does not preclude them from going after Le'Veon Bell at this point in time. The question is whether they can get a deal done with him. And if they can, Bell would then be on his way to the New York Jets. But that seems to be a target of theirs. He's been talking to other teams. The Jets have been trying to sift through it. But again, the Jets have been getting defensive deals done as they continue to talk to Le'Veon Bell to try to get something done with him.
Can I ask you very quickly, because Orlovsky and I were talking about this, the fact that everyone knows that this legal tampering or illegal tampering has been going on already. Why hasn't Le'Veon Bell gotten his deal done more quickly than this? What does it mean?
It means that he doesn't have the deal he wants right now. It means that he's feeling out the market. Listen, I think that in the first couple of days of free agency, as you see, deals fly off the shelves. And when players sign right away, it tells you that they feel like they've got a deal that they can't pass up. Le'Veon Bell does not believe right now that he has a deal that he can't pass up. So that's why he hasn't signed. When you see Trent Brown go to the Raiders on a record-breaking deal, or C.J. Mosley go to the Jets, or Quan Alexander to the 49ers. Those are numbers and contracts that they can't pass up. Le'Veon Bell has not gotten that yet, not in his own mind. He wants more than he's been offered so far.
And Shefty, what else have you got working for us this morning? I just saw something coming across. Give us I see you looking down at your phone. There's nothing better than Adam Schefter looking at his phone during free agency. What do you have for us here?
Well, Sheldon Richardson's going to go to the Cleveland Browns on a 3-year deal. And you look at the Cleveland Browns front line now, Greeny, and it's a force to be reckoned with. I mean, they've remade that front line, and Sheldon Richardson is going to line up at defensive tackle, and he's going to play with the ends being Olivier Vernon and Myles Garrett. And Cleveland has remade that defensive front to be one of the toughest front fours in all of football. Sheldon Richardson's a big addition for the Cleveland Browns. It's a big loss for the Minnesota Vikings, and the Browns just got better this morning.
All right, Shefty, as busy as can be, we'll keep you on standby. The moment anything else happens, we'll come back to you there. And again, we have full coverage all morning long, including the Dans, Graziano, and Orlovsky. And speaking of Orlovsky, he's going to give you up next the 5 destinations that he thinks make most sense for Le'Veon Bell, who, as Shefty just said, clearly to this point has not gotten the offer he wanted. Stay with us for that and more. It's Get Up on